Hi, I'm Matt Hay, and this is my wife Debbie, and this is our 1988 Thunderbird. I had two goals in mind. It had to be, the paint had to be different, what to do with the paint, and of course the motor combination had to be different. And the paint was, well, you know what? Who does pink cars? Some guy building a car, pro street car pink. Who would do that, And so I went to the painter and did all the custom work in town. And he actually did some rendering with some color pencils and things like that. We did 3 or 4 of them, and I said, that's it, and that's paint. He mixed up a little sample, and even though this has a fade to it, took about the middle of the fade, and I said, that's exactly what I want. And that's why it's pink. We wanted to do something, and it was a toss of the dice. When we brought it here for the first time in '88, we were going to be like laughing stock or something. Hell, well, that's different, Unfortunately, everybody accepted it. And then the engine combination, we wanted to keep it all Ford, but I wanted to kind of go back to the old drag racing roots of the old Potvin blowers. Fuel injection was brand new. When we first built the car, it was I had Mikuni side draft carburetors on each blower. And we had it here the first year at 1988, the Street Machine Nationals, and it ran okay. But the people that designed digital fuel injection back in the day saw the car, John Meany and Howard Turek, I believe his name was. They saw the car at SEMA, and they said, "Oh, we got something for you. It's this whole new thing." And of course, it was like this to me because it had to do with computers. Yeah. And so they wanted to do it, so they put on their system, and of course I agreed to it. This is fantastic. So they put the system on and made all the difference in the world. And it was like one of the first cars out there that, pro street cars that had the digital fuel injection. Sold the car, I think, in 1992, and Deb and I did our own thing for a lot of years, raised a couple of kids, and then in 2013 we were back here for the Street Machine event and got bit by the bug. And we went to, that night, that Sunday night after it was all over, we were like, whoa, wow, what are we going to do? And God bless her, she says, Matt, you got to build something. I remember, I said, should I do? She said, you better. And we had the opportunity, we knew where this car was. Uh-huh. And it's been sold several times since we originally sold it. Gosh, it was a lot of negotiations back and forth. He said if he ever sells it, he wanted to sell it to me, the original builder. Yeah. So anyway, long story short, we bought the car, so we drove from Arizona back to Pennsylvania and got there, and it was pretty messed up. And God bless his soul, the guy that owned it just thought the world of the car. He loved it, but it just was beat to pieces. So we drug it home and restored it, thinking that, well, this would be a much faster, cheaper way than build a whole new pro street car. Well, it's probably faster, but cheaper. No. I've been out of the game so long that we weren't familiar with what things cost anymore. The labor rate for a paint job, or a new fuel pump for the new fuel injection system, and all these micron filters and things you have to have. And I used to go down to Checker Auto and you buy a Fram filter and you're done with it. It's like $295 or something. Now you're looking at $300 or $400. It's ridiculous. Yeah. We've had a blast. I mean, every year coming back here, it's fun.